I'm Don,
I'm Sandy.
and we're Country Road Cruisers. And today, well, this week actually so far, we've been riding around Mackinaw City and Mackinac Island.
And Sheboygan.
Oh, and Sheboygan too, yes. Yesterday, we took off from our base camp at Mackinaw City Mill Creek Campground, and we rode south all the way to Sheboygan and had lunch at a cafe restaurant.
It's a nice ride.
It's a very nice trail. It runs right next to Route 23. It's very straight, very flat, very little inclination at all. Almost, it's very hard to tell if you're going uphill or downhill. It's so flat. It is made out of a crushed stone, which really isn't a problem unless you're, riding 25s. But we're riding 32s this week with our Trek FX series. She's on the 7.3, I'm on the 7.4. You feel a little bit extra rolling resistance. So maybe your total speed isn't quite as high as what you'd like if you were on the road. But otherwise, I really didn't notice very much of a difference.
No.
It's basically almost completely covered with trees on both sides, and they almost join at the top. So about the only time you're really dealing with direct hot sunlight would be right around noon, I would think. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, this time of the year. This is, the first week in July. Gorgeous weather so far.
Yeah.
Wow, it has just been an amazing week so far. But that whole trip going down was just a real joy. A lot of foliage to look at. I'm not a botanist by any means, but you can't help but appreciate all the different types of plants, ferns, wildflowers that are blooming along the side, and the various types of trees. We don't see too much birch trees down by us in northwest Indiana, so a lot of the tall pines and the birch trees that we get to see up here, it's a treat for us.
And then riding by the creek, Mill Creek, and also the lake was great. You got some glimpses of the lake.
Yeah. Every so often, especially at the northern part, when you look to the left, you saw Lake Huron quite often, and in the morning it really is a spectacular view with the sun coming up. And there's a couple of places where you can pull over, and there's signs that lead you down to, like that roadside stop that we stopped at. But just you go right on down to the lake itself. There are bathrooms and a little pavilion to get out, and some picnic tables where we had our snacks and drinks and whatnot. Kind of just take it easy for a little while. But that was really nice as well. Also, what was that Mill Creek Discovery Center?
Mm-hmm. That was great for kids.
Yeah, great for kids. Be a family place to take, like mom and dad with a bunch of kids or whatever. They had zip line, a lot of education into the life that was the whole way of life as it was back here in the 1800s. Just a really neat place to go, and that was a neat stop as well.
Yeah, the path to Mackinaw City is the same type of
crushed stone.
And, yeah.
But once you get to the city, then it's paved. In the whole city regions, the whole town is paved. And the great thing is that same north central bike trail connects to Mackinaw City. And then from Mackinaw City, there's also another bike path that will lead you to going more of a southwesterly course. And I don't even know how far that goes, but it goes well over 40 miles down. So you could almost probably do a century, down and back if you wanted to, if you had the time. Interesting note, I was checking out the trail after a real brief rainstorm that we had, and I ran across this father-son team, and boy, their bikes were just loaded down with panniers, and they had some really serious gear. And I had to stop and ask, where you guys headed, and where are you from? And they go, from Boston, and we're heading to Boston. I go like, wow. They're traveling completely around the Great Lakes. on their bikes, and they were just having the time of their lives, and they were almost done. That was quite interesting. But one interesting fact is on the bike trails, it's very underutilized, so you're not going to get a lot of traffic. You really have the trail mainly to yourselves once you get away from Mackinaw City.
Yeah, yeah. But then whenever you get to Mackinaw City, there are some trails that's very well marked as to where some lighthouses are and different other landmarks that you might want to see. But it is really marked well
Yeah.
as to what direction to go.
It's just a truly well marked and an extremely bike friendly area. Here on the island, it's kind of funny. Normally, you never have any problem trying to find a parking place for your bike. It's normally right up front by the door to whatever store or restaurant you want to go into. Here, sometimes you have to go like a block or two away before you get a spot where you can park your bicycle,
Yeah.
which is really a cool thing, though. But
Yeah, Mackinac Island has a lot of, whenever you ride all the way around it, there's a lot of different things to see. You can be in the downtown area where there's a lot of shops and congestion, but then once you get out away from that, there's
Like
a
3
state
blocks.
park.
yeah,
And then you keep going around the island. There's places to stop, like we're at, where you can be right on the lake, walk into the lake, sit back on some rocks. There's picnic areas. They have it really set up well, so that way then you can stop and enjoy everything along the way.
yeah. There really is no beach type sand per se, but different degrees of the size of the rocks. Um, Beach shoes would be highly recommended. We got some just for this time, and it's been working out really well. Much easier on our tender feet.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, we'll post up some pictures and show you about some of the different things that we've seen and the interesting facts around the island and how we liked everything.